You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have subscribed to our channel for new story. Story title, All Kinds of Fur, Allerleirauh. Once upon a time, in a kingdom where the sun cast a warm embrace over golden fields, and where silver rivers meander through vast, whispering forests, there lived a king whose heart was as generous as his crown was resplendent. His queen, a woman of unmatched beauty, with hair that shimmered like the very gold of the dawn, was adored far and wide. Tragically, fate dealt a harsh blow, and she was taken by a grievous illness, her life fading as gently as the dimming twilight. With her final breaths, she extracted a promise from the king: should you ever choose to remarry, let it be to one whose beauty mirrors mine, whose hair is as lustrously golden as my own. Through tears that veiled his vision, the king vowed to honor her wish. As seasons changed, the kingdom grieved its irreplaceable loss. The ministers, witnessing their sovereign sorrow deepen into despair, implored him to seek a new queen for the realm's stability. Hence, emissaries were dispatched to the furthest reaches of the earth, tasked with finding a woman who could embody the late queen's extraordinary grace and beauty. Yet, their quest was in vain. No one could rival her radiant splendor and golden locks. In the meantime, the king's daughter, the princess, blossomed into grace and beauty, her hair cascading in golden waves, a mirror image of her mother's. In her, the king saw the living embodiment of his beloved wife. Driven by a grief-stricken madness, he declared his intention to marry his own daughter, believing her to be the sole successor to her mother's legacy. The royal court was aghast. The ministers protested vehemently. Such a union is abhorrent, sire. It can only lead to ruin. However, the king's heart, ensnared by sorrow and an unnatural desire, remained inflexible. Upon learning of her father's decree, the princess was engulfed in terror and desperation. Yet, a sliver of hope sparked within her. She approached the king with the proposition: "Father, I will consent to your wish only if you provide me with 3 gowns, one as radiant as the sun, another as luminous as the moon, and a third resplendent as the stars themselves. In addition, I ask for a cloak made from the furs of 1,000 different creatures from a realm." She believed these demands to be unattainable, hoping to dissuade her father. To her dismay, the king summoned the kingdom's most skilled craftsmen and hunters. Against all odds, the gowns were crafted, each more breathtaking than the last, and the cloak of 1,000 furs was assembled. Realizing her initial plan had failed, the princess resolved to escape. Under the veil of night, she packed the gowns, a golden ring, spindle, and reel, and cloaked herself in the myriad furs, her face camouflaged with ash to conceal her beauty. She ventured into the unknown, leaving behind everything she had ever known. Her journey led her to an immense forest, where, exhausted, she sought solace in a hollow tree and succumbed to a deep slumber. By some twist of fate, this forest was owned by a different king who, while hunting at dawn, was alerted by his dogs to the peculiar creature resting within the tree. Brought before the king, she revealed nothing of her royal lineage, merely pleading for mercy, claiming to be a simple girl left to fend for herself. Touched by her plea, the king commanded she be brought to his castle, not as a guest, but to serve in the scullery, where she was dubbed All Kinds of Fur. In the castle, she endured a life of drudgery, her true beauty obscured beneath layers of soot and fur. Yet, her spirit remained indomitable, biding its time. A grand feast hosted by the king provided the moment she had been waiting for. All Kinds of Fur implored the cook to let her witness the celebration from a distance. Cloaked in secrecy, she cleansed the grime from her face, revealing her inherent radiance, and adorned herself in the sunlit gown. Unrecognized, she captivated the assembly and danced with the king, who was bewitched by the enigmatic beauty before him. However, she disappeared as swiftly as she had appeared, leaving the king with naught but her dazzling memory. This mysterious encounter was replayed with the moonlit and starlit gowns and subsequent feasts, each time leaving the king more bewitched and resolved to uncover the identity of the mysterious woman. On the final occasion, she strategically left behind a golden spindle in the king's soup, a deliberate clue to her true identity. Frantic, the king scoured the castle and found All Kinds of Fur in the scullery. Recognizing the spindle and the mark of his ring on her finger, he realized her true identity. As the cloak of many furs fell away, it revealed not the humble kitchen maid, but a princess of unmatched beauty, her hair shimmering with the golden light of dawn. The entire court was summoned, and before the astonished eyes of all, the king proclaimed her his true bride. But the princess, steadfast and wise beyond her years, addressed the assembly, her voice clear and resolute: I stand before you, not as a prize to be claimed, but as a testament to the courage and strength that lies within us when we confront adversity. She spoke of her journey, of the lessons learned in humility and resilience, and of the importance of consent and autonomy. The foreign king, moved by her wisdom and grace, offered not only his love but also his respect and partnership in ruling the kingdom. Together, they ushered in an era of unparalleled prosperity and fairness, where the voices of all were heard and valued. The princess, now queen, was beloved for her compassion and wisdom, embodying the virtues of both her parents while forging her own legacy. The tale of All Kinds of Fur became a legend, a story passed down through generations as a beacon of hope and a reminder of the indomitable human spirit. It was a testament to the idea that even in the darkest of times, light can be found, that courage and kindness are the most powerful forces of all. And so, in a kingdom once shadowed by sorrow, the sun shone brightly once more, its golden rays illuminating a land healed by love and fortified by the strength of a queen who had once roamed its forests cloaked in fur of every kind. In her story, the people found inspiration, a reminder that from the deepest despair can rise the greatest of victories, not just over the trials of life, but over the confines of our own fears and doubts. Thus, the legacy of All Kinds of Fur endures, a timeless tale of overcoming the impossible, a narrative of transformation and redemption that continues to ignite the flames of hope and courage in the hearts of those who hear it. If you like this story, please give this video a like and comment below with your thoughts. See you in the next story.